Okay, this is my first live stream and this is all you're going to see of me, but here we go. So I just want to talk about my pandemic project. I got this saw a while back and I needed a project. And so I thought I'd build something with this saw. So for those of you who don't know, this is a miter saw. Miter just is talking about angles. So as you can see here, the saw blade is at an angle and we can spin it around and we can make all sorts of different angles, 0 through to 45 degrees in each direction. But then you can also flip it over as well and it moves back and forth. So I needed a project. You can see some scraps of wood left over from the project. You can see a hint. There's a ton of people building these. And whilst I do have a backyard, it's empty. That's not the project, that's the project. So I have a miter saw. I thought I'd make some angles. So this is my little attempt at a climbing wall. Cutting pine with lots of funky angles with an overhang wall and a whole bunch of holds on the wall. I'm not going to spend too long on this. I'll just give you a quick overview. So as you can see, it's outdoors, subject to the weather, sitting under my chin-up bar. So it has to be made to be weatherproof. So there's a lot of components that have gone into making it weatherproof, and there's probably some more that need to happen. So down from the pine, which is treated pine, right? The plywood, which is marine plywood, that means that the glue inside the layers is not going to deteriorate in wet conditions, which is a good start. The screws that are used here are coated, especially for treated pine, so all these screws are coated to protect them from the elements. The bolts that I'm using here on the holds are stainless steel, and also the T-nuts, which you can't see at the moment. I don't know if I can show you any from behind. There's one there. So these T-nuts that are behind that actually hold the bolt in are also stainless steel. I had to get those from the US. It's hard to get them in Australia. So they're stainless steel as well. What else is there? Oh, that's pretty much all there is at the moment. Oh, also the bolts. So the bolts, these are masonry bolts that you just drill a hole and then you tighten them up. They're also galvanized, these ones. So there's some at the top, there's some here, and there's more further under the plywood as well. So yeah, it's a very small climbing wall. The cats seem to love it. Not. But the kids can now get up to the chin-up bar all by themselves. I got a bunch of nice little holds from a local Australian supplier, which are quite nice. Yeah, and carved block, they've been very good. Lots of fun and games building this, learning how to cut angles. So I had to get a, I don't have a table saw, so I had to get a circular saw handheld to cut these joints here, and they're not entirely straight. I did have plans for this done on the computer, but obviously when you make things, they don't always turn out the way you intended. Funny about that. You can see I've written some angles up here as I'm working out all the angles and how to attach things and so on and so forth. But it's been a good learning experience. So now it's a matter of working out where to put the next wall. We'll see how we go. Cool. So that's all I got for now. I'm going to have a climb because I can. Thanks for watching.